I'm going to show you the different ways that I can play that one note and make it sound musical, okay? His job will be to play behind that B flat. And he might decide to make it jazzy, he might decide to make it more soft and sweet. I'll leave it up to him. All right, so try to listen to that, all right? Because a lot of you, this is really important. Flute, vocals, piano, because you play a lot of melodies. The drums, you're playing singularly. You're playing one note at a time. It just happens to be on several different drum instruments, okay? So try to listen to just the one note and see how many different ways that I'm playing it, all right? Learn how many different ways he was approaching each one of those notes? Guys, think of it this way. Think of it a little bit like English class. This is our vocabulary. Your vocabulary is your scales. Your vocabulary is your rudiments. Okay? That's your vocabulary. Once you know the vocabulary, you can start to put together paragraphs, sentences, paragraphs, start writing a book. And that's what we're doing. We're writing a book. It's called a song. All right? Would you like to take your checks and things?
And the cool thing is the more you learn about the music side of it, and the larger your vocabulary, the more styles that you can, actually use. And so therefore, the more rudiments you learn, the more grooves you can apply without being busy, still holding the pocket. If you learn triplet grooves, 16th note straight, whatever, everything is musical. So all of those ideas, piano, different instruments, vocals, the more language you get, the more you can actually communicate on the instrument. So therefore, just because he's playing one single note, the more music I learned, I was like, wow, I can put this note in this chord, I can put this note in that chord, listen to how he's actually playing it. If he starts swinging, the difference between, anybody know the difference between swinging and straight? Who would like to stab at that? You know the difference between swing and straight? All right, what do you think swing? I'll give you two grooves. You tell me which one is the swing and which one is straight. First groove. And then the next one. Which one will swing? Oh, you got the last one will swing? So that swing, so listening and learning those different things is not to be just all technical, it just helps us communicate.
See, think of it this way. If you had a vocabulary where you knew about 5 words, you'd be somewhat limited as to what you could say. Yeah, I know a lot. Okay, there's about 5 or 6 words. Yeah, I know a lot. Yeah, I know a lot, but I like to sing, I like to dance, I like to speak. The more words you know, the bigger your vocabulary, the more you can do with them, the more you can create from them, okay? So what he's talking about is, okay, how many of you take any kind of lessons, whether it's at school or privately at home? Okay, and you guys, do you play at school? Where do you play piano? Okay, how about you? You play at home? Play at church? At school? Where do you play? Where? Oh, okay. You haven't played in a while? Someone who has played recently. Where do you sing?
Oh, at church? I mean, it's just whenever.
You sing whenever you get an opportunity, right? Okay, good enough. The more you do something, the better you're going to get at it. And so, playing melodies, playing scales is one style of vocabulary. Then there's different styles of music. Jazz, classical, gospel, R&B, bluegrass, country. Those are all different styles of music. And so the more you know about each of those layers of different vocabularies, the bigger your book is going to be. I mean, if Joel wrote a book right now on music, I mean like songs, it would be huge. Because he listens to so much different music, different instruments, different scales, different styles of music. You put them all together, you start creating a really big book. All right?
May I interject one thing what you did with your one note?
This is not your day. This is no. That's my mom, everybody. So y'all, how you talk to her like that? That's my mom.
So we heard the staccato on that B flat.
Right.
We heard legato, on that B flat. You also had rubato type of rhythm, on the B flat. And you also had the different dynamics. You went down piano, crescendo, diminuendo, all of those.
Now we're getting into it.
So those
Now,
are called that one note.
Exactly. It's part of that vocabulary. The vocabulary, this is the real important one. Don't mind him. This young lady knows exactly what she's talking about. One of the vocabularies that you can learn and work on is dynamics. Okay? If you start to play in concert band as you get into high school, or symphonic band, or jazz band, or even marching band, almost every one of the bands sound really loud because they know one dynamic, loud. Okay? And then I'll tell you, even in the professional world, there's a lot of bands that play only loud. And yet, music can be so much more if you play soft. And then play loud. And then play in the middle. And then play soft. And then play loud. And mix it around. It's another style of vocabulary of music. All right? She also mentioned about the tonguing techniques that I was using. And the vocalist will understand this. Staccato means what? Does anyone know?
Short.
Very short. Staccato means short. As short as it can be, like bup, 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 bup. All right? And so when I was playing the one note, those are staccatos. And then she said legato means long. You put them together and you got Morse code. I'm creating a song as I'm playing that.
And your octaves.
And the octaves, that's right.
And, so usually with me, I learn different types of chords. Major, minor, blues, diminished. So if you ever, and I know not too many of y'all know about, any of y'all ever seen a silent film? Silent film? Well, if you listen to a lot of silent film, you hear a lot of diminished. Will they get there in time to get her off the track? Somebody please sing me. Tune in next week. That's the sound of the diminished. So you build your vocabulary up of harmonies, styles, then you know what to sing over those harmonies, you'll know what to play over those harmonies, and then you'll know how to arrange around a melody.